Wretched Nation. We are on the way to the post office to drop off packages that we got over the week that we were in Vegas. I want to say thank you to everyone who did purchase something from wretchedclothing.com. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are the best. We're shipping them out today, and I hope you like them. If you haven't visited the site, links down in the description. I appreciate it if you do. If you want to pick something up, I greatly appreciate it. You know, it's good for the economy. So, Sin City, the truth about it. The truth about Sin City is it's damn expensive. That's probably not a surprise to any of you guys. But I thought that, you know, there'd be some cheap places to eat or get a drink. And there kind of is. But some of the stuff there is like crazy expensive. Now, some of you guys on the West Coast might be used to that. But over here in North Carolina, we're not used to $9 to $12 bottles of beer. We are not used to that at all. That's kind of crazy. Now, if you're at a concert, that's one thing because, you know, they got you. You know, that's why in North Carolina, or at least on this side of the world, I'm not sure about everywhere else, but tailgating is a big thing. You know, you kind of pre-game and get yourself half plastered before you go into a venue. For one, you really don't need that much alcohol to keep going. And two, you're probably so drunk that you don't care how expensive it is. But either way, some of the stuff out there is really good. We went to some restaurants, and yeah, it's expensive, but the food is amazing. Now, we went to some other places that I had no idea why in the world they were charging what they were charging. We went to the MGM buffet for like lunch, and they were doing some breakfast food and regular food. That buffet was like $27 a person. Now, for Vegas, that's not too expensive, but the food was just okay. It wasn't that great. It was probably the worst meal we had. And that's pretty bad to spend, you know, like with tip, probably like what, $70 or so? I don't know, my math's probably $60. My math's not too great right now. A little over $60. To spend that amount of money, and like the breakfast food was just kind of meh. Like it wasn't that great. Everything was definitely like just your average hometown buffet food. Like, that's pretty bad. You know, and that's the worst meal we had. I would never go back to that. It is what it is. But on the other side of the spectrum, we went to a buffet that was $75 a person. And they had all the seafood you could want, crab, you know, all that stuff. Had Mexican food, Italian food, Asian food. Had some crazy stuff out there. I don't really eat seafood. It doesn't mix well with my stomach, but the wife loves it. And it's the first time I've ever gone to a restaurant with her where she got crab legs. And all of the crab legs were like pre-cut. So you didn't use that little pincher thing to crack the legs. Now they had them, I think she used it once or twice, but they were all like perforated, so you could just take them by hand and snap them really easy. That was kind of wild, and probably why we paid so much. But the food there, the quality of food there was amazing. And then a lot of the restaurants we went to were really good. We went to Gordon Ramsay's Burger. The quality of food there was like, you know, second to none. That was really good. We went to a few more restaurants. Food was great. So, you know, we had a good time. Now, there is a couple things you can do to mitigate some cost. They've got like CVS's and Walgreens on the strip, the little tiny ones. And you can get pretty much anything you want there. Like the average walking around, your 25-ounce Bud Light can was about $9. Well, in there were $4. You can walk in there, grab one to drink on the way, and grab another one to put back in your room, or just have two. You're $8. You got two for less than the price of one. That's not bad. Little things like that you can do. We had In-N-Out Burger for the first time. We had just a regular In-N-Out Burger because we weren't real hungry, and it was just kind of subpar. And I didn't get everything on the burger. But the second time, we both got the double-double because that's what everyone talks about. And the only thing I didn't get was an onion because I'm not a fan of onions. And that was really good. So first time having In-N-Out, that was pretty cool. And then we also had Del Taco. I've always wanted to try that. And Del Taco was really good. It's a lot like Taco Bell. I mean, the vibe reminds me of 90s Taco Bell. The food quality is better, and you get more in your food. So that was pretty cool. And as far as like Sin City goes, yeah, I mean, you know, you can do whatever you want. You know, prostitution's legal there, gambling's legal, weed's legal, like almost everything's legal, right? But you didn't really see working girls walking around. You know, you had your showgirls walking around wanting to take pictures, which was kind of funny because you would see it all the time. You'd be walking, and the showgirls always worked in twos, which was probably a good thing. But when they would walk, they'd, you know, oh, you want to take a picture? You want to take a picture? And I can't tell you how many times we were walking, we'd hear people arguing about the price. And from what we could gather, this is what seemed like what happened. You have these two lovely ladies wanting to take pictures with you, and they would say $20. Well, once you take the picture, they would say, okay, that's $20 a piece. So they both get $20. And, you know, that's probably fair, I guess, but they wouldn't make it sound like that's what the price was, so they were kind of scamming you. Because most people would probably not take a picture for $40. Yeah, $20 doesn't sound like much, but $40, well, that's twice the amount. So they were kind of scamming people. And in my opinion, that's kind of crazy. You know, why not just tell them what the price is? But I guess they're trying to lure people in. But every time we walked by them, they had people arguing over the price, and it was so funny. You know, and there was not as many street performers out on the street. Definitely people trying to hand you cards, trying to reel you in for attractions, reel you in on this, but no one was really pushy. You know, you just kind of keep walking, say no thanks, and ain't no big deal. But there was always people walking out in like super scandalous clothes. Some from the night before, you could tell. There is people drunk off their ass before noon. I couldn't tell 100% if that was still from the night before or what. But it was just kind of funny to like watch these people and just indulge themselves, I guess, in the pleasures that they cannot do back home, or just wild out and don't worry about the persecution because nobody cares. It's Vegas, baby. I will say on the Strip, it seems like there's mostly three people. I would put myself in the first category as like, never been to Vegas, so we're just going to hit the Strip, and you know, that's what you're supposed to do, right? And just kind of go around and see what's going on. And then you got your other people that are legitimately just rich. They've got more money than they know what to do with, so they hit the Strip and they don't care about the $12 12-ounce bottle of beer they're drinking. They'll order, you know, 10 of them. They don't care. They don't care about the money they lose at the slot machine or the high roller table. They don't care because they got money. And then you have other people that you can tell are out there to have a good time, blow every single dollar they have, and live it up, even though they don't have the money when they get back. Not that they're living on a credit card, but you can tell they're going out there to wild out for the weekend. They don't care how much money they spend. They'll just work overtime when they get home, and they'll blow all their money. you can definitely tell you basically have rich people and then other people pretending to be rich out on the strip. I was neither. I was broke. We spent all our money that I had allotted to spend. We had a good time, but it was difficult trying to find some cheaper stuff to do. Now, when we went to Fremont Street, that was a little different. I enjoyed Fremont Street. Everybody out there was there to party and have a good time. There really wasn't stuck-up people that we were dealing with on the strip. It was a lot of fun. They had bands playing out on Fremont Street, a lot of cover bands that were really good. There are some, known bands that come out from time to time. We didn't see any while we were there. But it was a good time. I'd rather stay at Fremont Street. I think next time I'd rather get a little bit cheaper hotel there. Maybe go to like the Golden Nugget. I know they're a little bit older. Might not be as nice. I'll be honest with you, we went through all the different hotels, and other than like the super expensive ones, like maybe the Bellagio or the Venetian, they're all the same. They are all the same, and it really does not matter which one you go to or which one you stay at, because you can go to all of them. So who cares where you sleep? You can sleep at a Motel 6 and spend your entire time at the Bellagio if you want to. It really doesn't matter. I was fortunate enough to go there and find out about the Bell Brawl that first day. So Saturday we went and saw that. If you didn't watch the video, it's probably the last video I posted, I believe. So definitely check that out. That was a lot of fun. Harley stunt shows are always a good time. I got to meet up with a couple people I knew, got to meet up with somebody there. Know a guy who works at the Vegas Harley near the Vegas sign. That was kind of cool. And met up with a bartender at Oddwood in Area 15. She's pretty cool. She follows me. We had a drink with me and the wife had a drink with her. So it was a good time. Area 15 is pretty wild. That's where we went to a Mega Mart. And all I can say is, if you're into edibles or anything like that, that is the perfect place to eat an edible or two and just go there until you're ready to come home. That is an amazing, trippy place. That's really all I can say about it. It is worth the fun. And even if you're not into that type of thing, it's still a good time. Your alternate state of reality just enhances the experience. It's pretty crazy. But all in all, Vegas was a lot of fun. The sin wasn't there, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just a sinful person, I'm not sure. Maybe your average church-going person would think that Vegas is very Sin City. I didn't think it was that much. We did see a burlesque show. That was pretty cool. In my opinion, it was hotter and cooler than most strip clubs. But it was a lot of fun. There was a comedian there, did some comedy during it. That was a lot of fun. I love comedy and comedy shows. So it was a good time. The food was great, most of it anyways. Just had an amazing time, and I'd love to go back. If any of you guys have been to Vegas or have any tips or tricks, definitely comment down below and tell some people about it. But I, can't complain. I'm ready to get back, work on some Wretched stuff, do more riding. The stunt shows definitely pushed me to want to do a little bit more wheelie practice. Hopefully, if I can get some free time today, I would like to do some of that. But I also might be driving out of town to go pick up a seat for this today. Not sure. Hopefully it works. It kind of fell through before. I thought he told me somebody else was coming to get it, so I didn't have a second thought about it. Then he hit me up while I was in Vegas, asked me if I still wanted it. So we're back now. Hopefully gonna go pick that up today. It's like a $500 seat. Should be picking it up for $300. So can't complain about that. I'm a little broke, but Wretched's gonna pay for it. So what's wrong with that, right? But I appreciate all you guys checking out these videos. Hit that like button if you do so, please. Comment down below, say hey, what's up. If you're not subscribed, please do so. It would help out a lot. But as always, most importantly, keep it wretched.